Hello, my dear students. So, in this picture, right in front of your screen, we can see very cute animals, isn't it? Yes, very cute animals and birds here on their own, doing their own work, eating, and someone is trying to take baby steps and flying. And this is also a baby cheetah, right? So I think this cheetah is under captivity and is being looked after by some forest officers. And if we go to the next slide, we have the king of the jungle, the lion, and the tiger who is growling, right? So the thing is that why am I showing you this picture all of a sudden? Reason being that in the last class we had studied about the various kingdom classification. How do we classify different organisms in our environment? Okay, but today we are going to be more specific and going to study about the classification of animals, chapter 3. This is the part 1. So let's dive deep into this topic. So we had seen that according to R.H. Whitaker, we have seen that there are 5 kingdoms. What are they? Number 1 is the Monera, number 2 is the Protista, number 3 is the Fungi, number 4 is Plantae, and number 5 is Animalia. Okay, so we have studied all these Monera, Protista, Fungi, everything all we have studied in the previous lectures somewhat in details. But today in this chapter, that is chapter 3, we are going to be very specific with the kingdom Animalia and how are the animals, birds, mammals are classified. Okay. Now, you see, before we start studying about animals, the kingdom Animalia, you have to be aware of 2 terms. That is vertebrate and invertebrate. Vertebrate, and just add the prefix invertebrate. If you add the prefix in vertebrate, then it becomes invertebrate. So what does this 2 word mean? That means vertebrate are those animals that have a backbone. Okay, we have a backbone, right? So we are vertebrates. Okay, the spinal cord is there, right? So that is the vertebrate. So we are vertebrates. We have a backbone. And invertebrates are the ones that does not have a backbone. Suppose you can see this butterfly, they don't have a backbone. Earthworms, they are so slimy and keep on moving around the garden, the soil. They don't have a backbone. All these creatures, they don't have any backbone, and so for that reason they are called as invertebrates. Who are the vertebrates then? They are the ones which have a backbone. You see, amphibians, frogs, birds, reptiles, fishes. Fishes we eat fish, we know that very well. Then we have chicken, mutton, mammals. Okay, so each one of us, we have a vertebrate. Now, let's go deep. So, see, the animals can be classified in this way. First is the vertebrates, that is having with backbone. Okay, and this one is the invertebrates without backbone. Fine. Now these vertebrates can be again subdivided into warm-blooded animals and cold-blooded animals. Okay, now what are warm-blooded animals means? The blood of the animals, they are warm by nature. Okay, cold-blooded means those whose blood are cool in nature. Okay, now you see, warm-blooded means these mammals. Basically what happens is that this warm blood means these mammals is all this thing, birds, then you can say the dogs. We humans are also warm-blooded animals. Okay, so that is the thing. It's like blood is warm by nature, And here you can see fish, reptiles and amphibians, they are cold-blooded. The blood is cold by nature. Okay, warm and cold, I think you can understand. Now when we come to the topic of invertebrates, that is the animals which do not have a backbone, they are also again subdivided into jointed legs and those who do not have any legs. Jointed legs, like they can be of like 3 pairs of legs can be there, or more than 3 pairs of legs can be there. And those who do not have legs, they can be like worm like or not worm like. Suppose there are certain organisms which do not keep moving from one place to another. They just stay stuck in one place. Okay, so in this 3 pairs you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we have 3 pairs, total 6 legs. In this way there are the animals. Now you see this division that I'm showing you here, it's up to you whether you want to remember it or not, because these all things are not given in your book. This is just to make the things clearer to you all. I have shown you this picture. Okay, now let's move ahead. See, we have studied in the previous video that how in the classes also how are animals classified. So this one no need to remember as of now. The big classification is a kingdom. Under kingdom we have phyla, then under phyla we have classes, under classes we have order, under order we have family, under family we have genus, and then the lowest level of classification is the species. I have also given you several scientific names of plants and animals. You are required to go through that. Okay, next. So the first and foremost thing that we are going to study in this chapter is the phylum porifera. So we are studying this phylum. Okay, this part we are studying. Phylum porifera, open page 32. Let's see what is written. In Greek, porous means pores and fere means to bear. Okay, so this pore means pore. Pore, this small tiny gaps will be there, and fera means to bear. So anything which bears pores comes under porifera. Anything which bears pores, any organism which bears pores comes under porifera, right? These animals have a lot of pores on their body, hence they are named as sponges. We must have seen sponges, right? So sponges have many pores in it, and so for that purpose it becomes very easy to soak in water with the help of sponges. Okay, with the help of sponges what we can do, soak in water, right? So in nature also we have this phylum porifera which has pores in their body, and so they are called as the sponges. By the way, the sponges that we use in daily life, that are the sort of like artificially made. Okay, sponges live as a single entity as well as in colonies. So there can be single entity, means it can stay as singular, or it can stay, you can see this as a colony, as a branch. We have colonies wherever we stay, don't we have our colonies? Like Biji colony, there are group of peoples in different houses, right? But all are humans, isn't it? All are humans, no one is alien there. Similarly, the sponges also, they can either stay completely single or they can stay in a colony. Fine. They are mostly found in marine habitats. Some sponges are found in freshwater habitats too. So water bodies, they can be of two types. One is the marine, which is full of salty water, and freshwater, that is which doesn't have salt content in it. That means the salt content in freshwater is very less, but the salt content in marine water is very high. So if you go and taste the water, any marine water, you will feel very salty. So what the book is trying to tell us is that this phylum porifera, that is the sponges, they are capable of surviving in both salty water and unsalty water, in marine water and in fresh water. They are usually found attached to the bottom of the sea and cannot move from place to place. Okay, so suppose this is the bottom of the sea, you can see here. So sponges, they just remain attached in one place, like a tree, like a plant. Okay, they cannot keep on moving from this and this and this places. They are attached like a plant on the soil of the ocean. They do not have a mouth. They take in water containing food and oxygen through the tiny pores on their body. So if I take this example, you see, they do not have any mouth. These are not mouth. This is not mouth. Okay, this is just an opening. There are several pores. You can see the pores here. So everything, all the food and water, whatever is required, they take in through these pores. Understood? They have a large central body cavity from where the water is released. So large central body cavity, this one, can you see? This is a cavity. In our teeth also, when we go to the dentist, they say that you have a cavity in your teeth. That means what? There is a hole in the teeth. So similarly, in the sponges also, there is one cavity which is called like the hole. Okay, and so from here they release the water. Water is released from here. So this open space, from here water is released. This open space, you can see the cavity. So here, from here, the water is released. Understood? Examples include Venus flower basket. Now this is actually Venus flower basket. Okay, next is your, this one is the barrel sponge. Okay, and this one is the tubular sponge. So this name they have also given Heliclona. I told you, whenever you write the any scientific name, you have to underline it. Actually, Heliclona species. Okay, so the example that is given here, I have shown you. So all this is, these are phylum porifera. They are the sponges. Okay, please rewind this video and watch it, whatever I have explained. Next, let's go to the next phylum, that is phylum Cnidaria or phylum Coelenterata. Okay, what does it say? Let's see. In Greek, Knide, K-N-I-D-E, means nettle or stinging cell. K-N-I-D means nettle, sorry, nettle or stinging cell. Stinging. Okay, so this stinging sort of this it means it's like just like the snakes. Whenever the snakes, they see someone or can feel someone near them, they sting, isn't it? Sting. They sting. So these phylum, the organisms present in this phylum are also of the similar nature. Let's see. The bodies of these organisms have radial symmetry, that is, their body can be divided into two equal halves through a central axis in more than one plane. Okay, so radial symmetry means whenever, suppose this is the body and you cut it into two parts. Okay, when you cut it into two parts, then it becomes two equal halves will be there. This one is also an half a portion and this one is also half a portion, but there is symmetry, isn't it, that this one and this portion, both of them are equal, right? If you cut them, it is not like, suppose the structure is not like this and then you cut it from the middle and then this portion is more and this portion is less. Okay, it is not like this. So the phylum Cnidaria, they have a radial symmetry. That means whenever the body is divided into two halves, they will have two equal halves. Okay. Next, they are mostly found in marine habitats attached to the bottom of the sea as well as floating on water. Even this one is, you can see it is attached to the sea, just like phylum porifera, like the sponges. But sponges, they did not have the capacity to float around, right? They were only stuck in one part of the ocean bed. But this phylum Cnidaria, what they can do is that they can also, like, they can be fixed on the surface of the ocean bed, but also they can keep on floating from one part of the ocean to another part of the ocean. Okay, the mouth is the only opening in the body. Okay, the mouth, let's see, the mouth, this one, the mouth is the only opening. Okay, they do not have any several pores like the sponges. Okay, it's only the mouth. The mouth is surrounded by finger like projections known as tentacles. These tentacles have stinging cells called nidoblast, hence the name nidaria. So here we have the mouth and they have finger like projections, you can see, which is called the tentacles. Okay, finger like projections are there, and these tentacles are made up of certain cells which is called the, what is called, nidoblast. Okay, in nidoblast this C is silent. Okay, it's not cnidoblast or snidoblast, it's nidoblast, C is silent. Okay, it's nidoblast. So nidoblasts are the cells which make up the tentacles. And what are tentacles? They are finger like projections just near the mouth of any Coelenterata. And so this name, from this name nidoblasts, the phylum has got its name as Nidaria. Okay, the tentacles help them to catch their prey and also to anchor themselves. So with the help of these tentacles, you can see these tentacles helps them to catch your prey. Suppose here one prey is there, this one wants to eat this one, so these tentacles will help to grab this. Okay, will help to grab this food, and so they can then take in the food. Also these tentacles helps them to attach to a anchor, means what, helps them to attach themselves to a particular surface. Okay, otherwise they'll keep on floating. With the help of tentacles they will stay attached at one place, and then suppose they want to now roam about in another place, so they will then get detached from that surface and will keep on moving from here to there. All right, so examples we have, this is, let me erase all the ink. Okay, so example is, this example is hydra. You have to remember the example. Okay, this is a jellyfish. All right, this is a sea anemone. Okay, and these are corals. Okay, so these are the examples of the phylum Coelenterata. I'm stopping here. Next, about the platyhelminthes and nemathelminthes or nematoda will be done in the next video. Alright, please rewatch this video if you haven't understood anything. Thank you.